I became a nurse because when I was about 5 years old, I became very ill, became septic. I was admitted here and I was here about for 3 months. And I'll never forget a nurse that took care of me. I just know she was Caucasian, I don't remember her name, but she was the nicest, most sweetest person and always made me feel comfortable. Because my parents had to rotate in and out from being with me because I was here for so long. And she always took care of me, always made me feel like I was special. So when I got older, I wanted to give it back. I never thought I was going to be a nurse at the same hospital that I got taken care of, but it's a wonderful thing because I want to give back to the community that I grew up in.
I look up to my mother. My mother was a nurse in the Philippines, so I idolize her so much that she's my hero. So that's when I started to believe that I can also become a nurse because I can see what she's been doing, how hard she worked for all of us.
I have this compassion in taking care of patients. It's not like they're just patients for me, but they are like a family, like a brother or a sister or a father or mother that you have to take care with full support. And this job is what I do and this is what I love.
When I took up nursing, I'm more focused and more connected to my patients. I can actually feel and see the needs for care, because for me, nursing is not just caring, it's actually caring with a heart.
I worked in finance, I worked in real estate, I worked in property management. And one of the properties I managed, I got really close to one of my tenants. Her name was Patty, and she kind of had a lifelong struggle with breast cancer. Got really close to her, and I think she went through 3 rounds of chemotherapy and then she thought it was completely licked. And so one day she went back to the doctor for I forgot what the procedure was. She went to have something done. They opened her up and the cancer she thought that had gone away basically had spread everywhere. It just had metastasized all over her body. And so she almost immediately went into hospice care. So I was her upstairs neighbor at that time. And so I was kind of always one of her many caregivers. So I kind of watched her go from a really vital, healthy, lovely woman I absolutely loved. She was kind of like the neighborhood crazy cat lady too. So you have to love that. But I kind of just watched her go into decline, the process. I took her to, prior to that, I took her to her chemo infusions. And then I kind of held her hand through hospice care. So kind of after that, it kind of reignited my whole passion to get back into, or try to start a career in this field. So I took the steps, went to a local JC, did my prereqs, went to a nursing program, and then here I am.
I started off being a transporter at the VA Medical Center, and I would spend a lot of time in the emergency department looking at people that needed help, that needed some life-saving measures, and that needed a hand. So from there, I volunteered some more, did some more hours, started becoming interested in the medicine, and next thing you know, I was applying for nursing school. So for me, it's about that patient touch, that patient care, talking to families, and it's very rewarding when they get to leave the hospital saying thank you to the people that helped them the most.
We're here to make the patient comfortable and take away their fears and make them better. So, and that's only one part of it. The other part is make the doctor happy.
Yes.
So we have to have everything that he needs.
It was only a natural progression for me to become a nurse. Now I get to work with people every day, and it really feels good to make people happy, make them feel better. Maybe that's why I work in the ER. It's kind of like fast. I can give you something and I can make you feel better now, and I like that.
It makes everything that you do as a nurse very rewarding. Despite all the dirty work you have to do and all the sacrifices, not eating lunch on time and all that stuff, very rewarding. It makes you feel that you're doing something right.
It feels like good, that someone trusts you to take good care of, the patients.
One of our patients that came newly diagnosed with breast cancer, 2 children, very, very young. She was diagnosed with stage 4. She was with us off and on for maybe a year and a half. We got to know her very well. She invited us to her kids' birthday parties, to her wedding, and kind of got to know her sort of like family. When we found out she was cancer-free, it was amazing, not only for me, for the rest of the nurses that were there. We were with her, since the beginning, and even, to the end of her treatments, it felt almost like family, like a sense of relief.
We get paid to do this, but when I get paid, I'm rewarded with something else, and it really just feeds my soul to just be here with the family members and the patients, and just being there, being with them at their time of need when they're most scared. And
I attended to this patient who was scared, very hard of hearing, and we were able to communicate just by looking at each other. And I held his hand and I told him, "You'll be fine. I am here and I will be taking care of you." And he smiled and he said, "Thank you." So don't ever say that you will never, that nursing is not your calling, because to me, I thought I would have laughed in someone's face and tell them, "Oh no, not a nurse, never." But look at me. After 39 years, I'm still here, and I still feel very passionate about my career. And I thank God every day for allowing me to be there for those people who need me.